Greetings. This is a short video on a learning aided solution for unsignalized intersection management of robot traffic. In this work, we ask the question of how can random streams of robots utilize an unsignalized isolated intersection safely and efficiently. This is a challenging problem because this is a safety critical system where robots arrive into the region of interest at random times. This is inherently a mixed integer problem whose computational complexity scales exponentially with the number of robots involved. This poses challenges for scalability for real-time implementation. Our solution framework is as follows. Any new robot entering the region of interest gets its provisional trajectories for a small period of time. Periodically, all the robots which entered the region of interest in the last time period, say the robots in red boxes here, obtain the trajectories to cross the intersection safely in a coordinated manner. We call this a coordinated phase. To address the computational complexity in the coordinated phase, we utilize the structure in the underlying problem and split the mixed integer problem into multiple convex optimization problems, one per each robot. A reinforcement learning policy assigns a real number called precedence index to each of the involving robots. We decide the crossing order among the involving robots using the order in their precedence indices. The convex optimization problem for each robot is then solved in its order of crossing with safety constraints constructed using the trajectories of the robots previous to it in the solving sequence. The RL policy is trained to optimize the objective function of the original mixed integer problem. This way, we get better performance with improved RL policy deciding better crossing orders in consecutive coordinated phases. Now, we present some indicative results from our work. First, we note that our sequential optimization framework scales linearly with the number of robots in terms of computation time. As we can see in this plot, the computation time per robot remains almost constant with the number of robots involved. Next, we present some results comparing our approach with some other heuristics from the literature for a four-way intersection with 2 lanes on each side, making a total of 8 lanes. For example, in the bottom right plot, we see that our approach indicated in blue as CML produces considerably lower average time to cross when compared with other heuristics over a large range of average arrival rates. More detailed and extensive comparisons can be seen in the paper. The following is a sample simulation comparing the performance of the first come first serve heuristic and the RL policy after 100,000 learning iterations. Notice that the RL policy utilizes the intersection as a resource efficiently by reducing congestion and also allowing more robots to pass through the intersection. This is possible for the RL agent since the crossing order for it is decided by a variety of factors such as current position, velocity, lane and robot specific characteristics of all the robots involved. Also observe that the RL agent occasionally allows robots to stack up on some lanes and lets platoons of robots cross through the intersection, together improving the overall efficiency. Our framework works flawlessly in case of non-homogeneous and time varying traffic situations too. In this video, we see a comparison of first come first serve heuristic against the RL policy for a non-homogeneous traffic setting where different lanes have different average arrival rates. We observe that the RL policy outperforms the first come first serve heuristic even in this case. Here, we present a comparative simulation again between the first come first serve heuristic and the trained policy, but in a time varying traffic setting. The traffic here varies in a burst mode periodically. That is, every 30 seconds, the arrival rate on each lane is set to 0.15 robots per lane per second for 10 seconds, and then it is lowered to 0.05 robot per lane per second for the next 20 seconds. Even here, we observe that the RL policy outperforms the first come first serve heuristic by a decent margin. In this video, we present a demo of 8 robots running on the proposed algorithm in a lab setting with some adaptations to account for communication and computation delays and tracking errors. The area inside the red box is the region of interest, the black lines in the region of interest are the lanes, The red spots are the entry positions for each lane. We observe that the robots enter the region of interest at random times and coordinate among the existing robots to cross the intersection safely. This stands as a proof of concept for real-time implementability of the proposed solution. Please refer to the paper for further details. This work was partially supported by the Nokia CSR grant through Nokia Center of Excellence in Networked Robotics at IISc.